And we back, y'all. Y'all see what it is, man. Stop playing. Y'all. Look, man, you see what that title say. You know what we here for. Look, people, look. Before we go any further, all right, if you're new to my videos, you need to stay for my disclaimer. It's very important that you hear my disclaimer before you go into this reaction, because if you don't, you might seriously hate the time you spend going into it, and I'm trying to save you that time and that energy. I'm looking out for you. All you gotta do is just sit for the disclaimer, which is like, I think maybe about 35 seconds, maybe 35 seconds when I start it up, you know. But either way, after I give the disclaimer, a skip time will be above my head. It will show you exactly where the reaction starts, so you can just fast forward to that exact mark, get straight into the reaction. My intro is very lengthy. Well, it's gonna be lengthy for this, and plus it helps with copyright, y'all. And plus I like chopping it up with y'all. But yeah, this intro is gonna be lengthy, I think. But either way, yeah, it's gonna be lengthy. But disclaimer, and then the skip time will be above my head, showing you exactly where the reaction starts. You can fast forward straight to the reaction, get straight into it. All right. Just do me a favor, like the video at the end if you like it. Also, hit the subscribe, man. Come join the family, you feel me? But either way, disclaimer now, y'all, all right? Then the skip time will be above my head. Disclaimer, all right? For all shows and movies that I watch, y'all, the volumes of those shows and movies are cranked up in my headphones. The volume of my microphone is very low in my headphones. I cannot hear myself at all. Even when I am speaking while things are going on in the movie, I cannot hear myself. I can only hear the movie. So that way, I am not necessarily drowning myself out in a way. I would say I'm fully able to take in what's going on dialogue-wise and all that while I'm speaking, giving my raw thoughts and opinions on what I'm thinking in the moment of what I'm seeing and, well, thinking in the moment. All this will be pretty much literally all my thoughts in that moment. Basically, if you listen to what I'm saying, it's pretty much going to be like a play-by-play of the scene, but just in the way that I'm seeing it. And it could come out a bit comedic to a degree on how I would verbalize it. But if you pay attention to what I'm saying, everything is playing in what's going on exactly, even with what will be going on currently with what I'm speaking on. Yeah, so yeah, you kind of got an idea of what you're getting into before you get into it. Yes, the majority of what you're gonna see in this edited reaction will be me giving my raw thoughts and opinions over a lot of the dialogue, but not necessarily drowning it out. But still, it will be me speaking over the dialogue a lot. But again, if you listen to what I'm saying, you will hear that I am paying attention. I am, even while speaking over some of the dialogue, that I am listening even while I'm speaking, and I'm saying things that's currently being said in the dialogue as it's going. So yeah, just pay attention when I say too, y'all. I mean, I come off comedic, y'all, but hey, if you pay attention to what I'm saying, it's everything what's going on. It's just how I'm saying it. I'm saying it the way I'm saying it, how I'm seeing it and thinking of it. You feel me? But yeah, y'all got enough of the disclaimer. You kind of know what's going on. So yeah, y'all know what it is at this point. So the skip time should have kind of been up there. If not, it should be up there for sure now. So you can fast forward to that exact mark. You see exactly where we are on the time at this point in this video, and you see up there where it's showing you the actual reaction time, where the reaction starts. So you see how far this is from the actual reaction. So you can choose to skip now and just come back and see what I was talking about. Or you can just catch me at the end on my end thoughts. I appreciate it. Or you just hang with me for the reaction. Thank you for that too. Either way, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, for the disclaimer, the skip time is not going to disappear. It's going to stay up there until the actual reaction starts. So at any point in time during this intro, if you're still here, you can fast forward. And like I said, you just come back if you want to come back. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Yeah, y'all see what the title say. We're here for Final Destination. All right, Bloodlines. Look, y'all, I rewatched the first final two Destination films, probably like 2 or 3 days ago. Prior to this, since I already seen them, I just wanted to go ahead and binge them all because I hear this is going to be the big shebang of the Final Destinations. This is supposed to be the point blank, ties them all in. All the Final Destination movies that we got up to 5, it's supposed to tie all of that together within this movie, give it its own, like, okay, this is the answer, the big answer to this and this. And yes, it's just going to be connect this, connect this, connect this. Now, all of these movies kept a level of continuity with each other, but this is supposed to be just point blank. Yeah, this is just, we're continuing off of all of them. So this comes from this and this and this and this, and this will be answered here, why there, and all this kind of stuff. So this is supposed to be that, and I kind of wanted to go in this wanted to remember a good amount of what occurred in a lot of those movies, because I literally seen them only when they like actually dropped, basically when they were like in theaters and whatnot. Rewatching these films with fresh eyes again, it's like I caught a lot of stuff. Flight 180 is all over the place, y'all. It is all over these movies. 180 is all, that number is ingrained. If I ever see anything 180, anything, a bus, a subway platform, anything 180, I'm skipping past it. If I see a plane labeled 180, y'all, I have not flown on a plane before. Yeah, and rewatching these movies, it kind of ruined it for me. I mean, you look at it like, yo, Flight 180, it definitely ruined it for me. John Denver, I never listened to any John Denver into this film. Well, my boy, I see everything but fire in the sky, man. Like, hey, I mean, not funny. R.I.P. to the GOAT, man. If y'all know, South Park is horrible. I think about John Denver. Don't watch that if y'all haven't watched that. I should cut that. I should. But I don't know. I'm probably not, because it's a lot here more than likely for this intro still, even for the parts that I'm cutting out. Like I said, I haven't even gone into these films at all. Like I said, I just finished rewatching from 3 all the way up to 5. I rewatched the first 2, like I said, a couple days ago prior, and y'all, this is wild. One of the reasons though I did rewatch all these films, I wanted to get more of I wanted to get my memory back a little bit more for the character Tony Todd played, Bloodworth. Thing about Bloodworth and Tony Todd specifically, because Tony Todd is literally he's one of those horror figures that helped usher me into the whole horror genre, you feel me? Because it was Jason for Friday the 13th. I randomly stumbled across what it was, Night of the Living Dead, the original, Night of the Living Dead, the old school, you feel me? Well, is it the old school? Because the old school, I think, was the black and white one. I think I only seen randomly like the middle part or like the end or something of the black and white one. But I seen the, I guess, original remake of the Night of the Living Dead. Either way, hey, bruh, it was old, okay? I seen it. So, Night of the Living Dead was one of those films. Pet Cemetery was one of those films. Now, what it was, Nightmare on Elm Street, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream. But even before Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer, it was Candyman. Tony Todd, y'all, Tony Todd. And then later on, we get into like Final Destination, and I'm like, hey, I know you. And it's like, even here he's still creepy. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. My boy's a mortician now. He's a mortician in these films. He's the coroner or whatever for the police department when they be, cleaning up what goes down after death visits all of these people. Yeah, y'all. But the thing is, apparently, not even apparently, this is supposed to be Tony Todd's last film. Because Tony Todd at this point in time passed away. I forgot exactly what it was, but I think he was he was sick. I forgot exactly what was wrong, but he was sick though. And he passed away. And Tony Todd is a horror icon. Dude is a legend. And I wanted to have some respect for this man's, this man's character. Also, I did hear that in this film there is going to be, I guess, some type of final scene with him where he's giving some lines, and the director had gave him free will to pretty much freestyle whatever he wanted to say in this final scene. So it's all improv for what he's saying in his final scene. And it's just kind of, from what I'm getting an understanding of, basically him speaking directly to the films, because he's in full understanding that this is going to be the last film that he does while alive. Like, this is it. And I'm like, yo, that is... Y'all, boy, hey, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's something crazy about that. It's just something wild about that, man. Like, it's something gangster about that. I don't even know the other way to say that. Hey, it's just G for real. I don't know, y'all. I mean, my boy, he sound like a real one. Tony Todd been a real one. When we heard Tony Todd, what it was, y'all, they Tony Todd let them put in Candyman, let them put those bees in his mouth, like literally put the bees in his mouth. But he worked out a deal for like every bee sting though, he gets paid, I forgot whatever the amount of money it was, and apparently he got a whole lot of bee stings, and he was getting paid whatever dollar amount he had agreed with the studio on to get paid. And dude was getting payment a bee sting plus what he was already getting paid. And it's like, you thinking about all them bees, dude probably had over like 100 bee stings. He probably had like 200-300 bee stings, man, because it was a lot of bees that he was around. Like, he really was interacting with the bees. Dude had bees in his mouth. All right, he had bees in his mouth at that point in time, bruh. That's why that scene was so scary, because it was real. It was real, bruh. So, man, hey, you playing Tony Todd, a horror icon, very real deal legend. So yeah, I'm gonna rewatch all of these films so I can get a better, you feel me? A reminder of this character who is Bloodworth. I need to actually have a reanalyzing of this character. So yeah, I rewatched so I can definitely get make sure my memory's jogged on his character, and plus again watching with fresh eyes, and kind of already knowing what's gonna be or whatever, but still not remembering the movie. But regardless, hey, I was able to actually get more out of it than what I got the first time watching all of them. We're not gonna go no further at this point. I'm not gonna go no further. We're gonna get lost down the rabbit hole here, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get on to this, because we're gonna get lost. I'm sorry about that, y'all. My bad. But that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into Final Destination Bloodlines. We'll talk a lot more at the end of this and kind of really go into the first 5 films and whatever I didn't cut out of this to make this look all chopped up and wobbly. I'm sorry about how the edit might look. But just know I am a fan of these films, and I'm a fan of Tony Todd, and I'm a fan of certain great actors. Yeah, we gonna go ahead and get into this before I continue to go on even longer than I should, which I should have been stopped a while ago. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But again, you can just see my genuine excitement for this film, y'all, in the build up after rewatching these movies to get here. So yeah, man, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Yeah, y'all been ready. All right, we good. All right, so this is Final Destination, people. Bloodlines, the 6th film in the franchise. Let's get into this and see what it's talking about. All right. Yeah, that's good. Let's go. Okay.
Okay, just.
What time period is this?
We're almost there.
Okay, I'm gonna take this off.
No.
You, when I know what they are.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I already love the view.
Playing some Johnny Cash? Y'all know I gotta mute that music if it's copyright music. But it's Rings of Fire. I think that's Johnny Cash. Also, y'all, if y'all didn't stay for the intro, I did say the death scenes, they will be heavily censored because I'm not playing with YouTube, man. I'm just trying to get a little money, okay? Don't blame me. Y'all still see a good without seeing it. You know what I mean.
I don't know this place is open yet.
What's the favorite? Knife.
Not a lobster?
Are you sure I'm dressed all right?
$1,000,000.
Oh, she ain't fancy enough. She fancy enough. Yeah, she got the pearl necklace and stuff. There's that Johnny Cash again. Y'all, we talked about it a little bit in the intro. Hey, they're doing it here. We're getting the song playing over and over. That's a sign right there.
It's bad luck.
It's bad luck with the fountain. Yeah, don't be going in there. That is bad luck. Why? What are we? The picture. Y'all, does that relate to Final Destination 3? The roller coaster one where it was like she was taking the pictures and it showed the what's on? Let me see the picture. I gotta see the picture. What the hell? No.
We can fit you in.
No, that looks heavy enough, sir. Hey, I done seen enough. In the intro, y'all, I also spoke on how I literally just finished binging all of the Final Destination movies today up to this point. Rewatching them after not watching them for years. It's already getting, the door is stuck. This thing's already broken. No. If you got to do all that.
It's 494 tons. It's made of steel.
Oh yeah?
Even more impressive, the entire.
How reinforced is that glass? Ahead of scatter? That ahead? How far ahead? That doesn't sound too safe. Why was it done that fast? It like, what was all the safety stuff done? What? Hold up, bruh. Hey, man. I'm sorry, bruh. This is not cool. Who would get on something like this? For what purpose?
Mind just stepping.
Stepping aside.
Jake,
My boy got a hot day. What you mean, old man?
go this morning.
On.
1 second. Sir. Help me out.
Again, I'm hearing the movie even while I'm speaking, y'all, and I'm not
Tearing me apart.
it's tearing me apart, Lisa.
Mr.
Don't do that to him, old man.
Let me do it this way.
He just bump his shoulder like, move out the way, little boy.
Oh, no. I'm just this high up before.
She ain't never been this high.
Sorry, it's such a disaster. I really wanted it to be perfect.
Hey,
Bro got a high. He has a very high.
it is perfect. You.
It's high up for no reason, though. That's another sign. That's another sign.
Yeah?
Will you live?
Am I right up here?
Is our equilibrium off or something? Oh. From the sky. Something up with that music again, y'all. The music saying something again.
Fine, thank you.
How far along?
What? Oh, no.
Oh, she is?
I don't know.
Okay, okay.
2 months?
Okay, alright, so she is. I kind of was thinking that, but I thought it was just playing in her thing of being afraid of heights.
Haven't.
Because it seems like she's afraid of heights.
Does he love you?
Yes.
Won't let go.
Yeah?
It's over.
That little boy like, Mom, why you got me up here with all these folks?
Yeah.
Y'all crazy. I feel that little boy.
Let's get some fresh.
So it'll be time to tell him at this point. I mean, is she afraid of heights? Because that being mixed with her pregnancy, you know, and having sickness and all that from that probably really sucks at that point.
I really need
Hey, man, shut up. She about to say something.
you go first.
Nah.
Okay.
Pretty sure hers is more important.
I'm gonna do this at dinner.
What that little boy doing? Is he causing more bad luck? Wait a second.
Don't throw that penny. You could kill somebody.
Oh, sorry, of course.
Oh, y'all ever heard that myth? Like, if you drop a penny from high enough, person that's walking down below get hit by it, they'll. I think that was tested one time.
Iris. My life with you.
I mean, yeah, that's important news. That is important because that plays in fact with her news.
Sorry.
Nah, it goes hand in hand.
This guy in the world.
Yeah,
You're not upset?
it goes hand in hand.
Incredible. William.
Of course. Yeah. Everybody like, oh, this alright, this alright, this is a good moment. Yeah. But what's up with all them signs? I'm not letting that go. I know Final Destination, they try to throw you off of these good moments. No, it's not. It's not perfect. What's up with all them signs? Why Johnny Cash singing? What was the lady in there singing? Why this kid keep throwing pennies? This little bastard, man. Alright, here we go. Feel like I'm watching The Temptation. Not Temptations, but yeah, Temptations. They are cracking the glass more and more while they're shouting and stomping. Why are the banisters why are the bolts bursting out? What is that hit? How about we stay soft? Let's not be louder. Let's not be no louder. Again, y'all, I'm hearing everything even while I'm speaking. I'm taking in everything while I'm watching. I only get a little lost when I directly start to talk like this, and I'm thinking instead of it just being my random thoughts off the top that I'm giving y'all. Oh. But I'm hearing and taking in everything even while I'm speaking. Just pay attention to what I'm saying. It's a play-by-play for what's going on pretty much. But just how I'm seeing it. Wait, so is this all a premonition? Is this our premonition at the beginning of the film? It's gotta be. Oh. Not raindrops falling on my nose. What's up with the... Buddy, like, God! Stay back! So this is our premonition at the beginning of the film, and she's our survivor character. Ooh! Damn, buddy he was just getting married. He got a kid. Ooh! I'm like, yeah, time to take it on down if I was the elevator guy, yeah. Hey man, sit down. I ain't gonna lie, the stairs probably would be more safe. Children first, nah, not you, you little. You stay in the back. Hey, he just still fall. Watch out a little bit. Oh, see, like that in them type of situations, that's wrong. Roll over, bruh. The fire, when you on fire, you roll over. Like, I'm telling you, that's supposed to be a thing, I think. Okay, what's up with this bottle? What's up? What's up? What's up? Every little thing, what's up? Did that create a quake within that? Was that enough to cause even more of a quake in this shaking foundation, that bottle dropping? Let me know in the comments. I might be reading too much into it, but her leg bent and broke. Y'all, again, I gotta censor things based off of how violent and gruesome it might look for YouTube. So if y'all seen the scene when a lady landed on the window as they were sliding down, her whole leg just broke. Unreal. That caught me as very realistic when her leg broke. No way. No way. Hey, the little piece in the show, kill a kid. Ah! I'm not cheering for kids, yo, but I never seen Final Destination kill off a kid character. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I thought the little boy was gonna actually get off because Final Destination doesn't know him to kill off. The youngest we seen Final Destination kill off was like, I think Final Destination 2. Like the kid was barbecuing at the end of the movie. He was like a teenager or something, and he blew up. Oh man. Oh. Oh, the married ring. Dog. That's our premonition, y'all. That's our premonition.
It's scary.
Y'all, are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get an answer in this for what is giving all of these survivor characters these premonitions? Because whatever's giving them the characters these premonitions, it's fighting against Death's design.
This dream is ruining my life.
Is this even her, like,
Who?
is this even her life?
Any sleep.
Because that was a different time period.
Can I? Yeah, what's up?
Was that a different time period? Yeah, that's a different time period.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, I never even met her.
Oh.
Okay, well. Home and find out about Grandma.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, that's a different time period because there's like during the whole.
Real.
Yeah, that was like the 60s or something.
You. Let me.
So this is her grandmother's life she's seeing. Okay. Well, that's different. Normally when we get the premonitions, it's from the viewpoint of the character that's surviving the actual situation.
So glad you're.
I know.
Second one, we had it where it reversed the order. Third one, we had where the premonitions could be shown in pictures. And
So I made it.
Yeah, that sounds.
I just here somewhere.
trying to get grandma history.
What's going on?
You just want to get grandma history.
It's gonna sound really weird, but find Mom's mom.
Weird.
Huh.
You know, I got rid of those.
Really?
Oh, hi, Charlie.
Why did he look weird, though? He looked weird about it.
Steph, how are you?
Yeah.
Bruh got a skateboard, man. He ain't got time for that.
Whoa. Now. At home. I thought we had plans.
I was wanting to see the.
If you're gonna see your cousin, Iris, Uncle Howard.
What?
Yeah.
Why not?
Bye, love you.
Love you too.
Why not?
You haven't seen it.
What? Are you pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant. Why would you?
He doesn't know.
You're in college.
Okay, can you just promise?
She's in college, though, you know? It's a thing. Pinky promise. Hey, that's the pinky swear right there.
Stop laughing.
Big moment for me. This is kind of funny. Past president, Miss Val.
Oh.
I will lose my scholarship.
My bus.
Yeah, that does suck.
What happened?
Okay, so she's continuously having this dream.
Iris.
I'm doing weird things. Hot dog ate. A hot dog was eating me.
Oh. Sound like you should probably stop eating hot dogs, my man.
Can you just do that? Find Paco. Dude.
Paco.
No. Buzz. Oh my gosh.
Huh.
Hey, can you help us look?
Haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I got.
Yeah, don't tell nobody. He immediately tells the first people he sees, like, she's failing. That's all right, brother.
There's my little Romeo.
Dude, she said yes.
Oh my god. Stop. Okay. Oh, he met her in.
Oh, so she's basically the big sister to him while she's away.
What are you gonna wear?
Just gonna keep.
Yeah, that's they got a bond. You're no longer needed. You can do what you were doing. That's kind of messed up though. She's just off doing some college stuff, man.
Stephanie. Honey. Hi, I'm Brenda.
Attention to everything how it's shot in these Final Destinations films. Why did they draw attention to that green button on that lawnmower?
To you about your mother. I don't like to talk about her.
Not much.
Why did the wife look like that? Why is she looking nervous?
About her. Oh, honey, it's probably just melatonin.
Why are they trying to
I've been dreaming from 50 years ago of the sky view. You know what it is?
Oh,
Tell you about it? Would it talk to her?
Talk to who?
I could.
Iris. Psycho Granny?
Well, she's dead to us. Maybe I can get these dreams to stop. But I don't get it. What?
bruh, sometimes you gotta stay out of it. Oh,
Is anymore okay?
Oh, Howard, please. I just.
Steffi. Iris just snapped. She wouldn't let us go to school. So bad. And the state came her and I away from her. It's all through foster care, and when sending us these horrible letters that were full of disturbing pictures of dead bodies.
let me guess. Are we getting into why this is called Bloodlines?
Do you still have any of those letters?
Ah. So the grandmother had premonitions. It's like it passed down to her.
And dangerous person.
What we did see was a premonition, but it was the premonition the grandmother already had, which kept her out of. Oh boy. So it was a premonition the grandmother originally had, but she's having those old premonitions the grandmother had. And apparently grandmother was still having premonitions about her, like her son and...
You heard your uncle just the dining room cabinet.
Oh, she helping out. All right. Shout out to you, auntie. Shout out to you. Looking out. Again, y'all, I'm paying attention even while I'm speaking. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts off the top of the head. I'm just saying everything that's in my head out loud. So I'm not having to actually think while saying it. But yeah, I think we're getting to why they're calling this Bloodlines, y'all. So she's getting some of her grandmother's old premonitions, which kept her grandmother out of harm's way. And I'm guessing that building did collapse and her grandmother didn't go out like that because she had that premonition and she, somehow got out of it. But it's like the longer she survives, death keeps coming. Now I'm wondering,
Did you not see the
see a lot of stuff out there.
I did, but I.
Damn, mother. Hey,
Daughter.
like for real, grandma.
phone?
I'm not.
What you robbing on that? She got herself a fortress out there. Hear ye, hear ye. Like, what is this? This woman bugged out. You can tell she done seen it all. But yeah, I'm wondering if she's somebody that's been surviving this longer than the group from the bridge who are the survivors before the Flight 180 group. If so, has she been seeing all of this stuff with those groups that's been going on in the news and then them surviving and death coming for them? Oh, them eyes ain't playing, bruh. You saw how, man, she piercing at people with them things. Like, why are your eyes piercing my eyes? Also, are we gonna see death?
It really is you. Your mother and you.
Hmm.
Hi.
Ooh. Hey, this is kind of like Clear when she was in the asylum. And one of the survivors, the main protagonist in that second film, came to protect visitor. She's like, "Stay away, stay a distance, don't come near me." Like,
Okay,
keep a distance, though. Keep a distance.
no, it's 10, so we don't see her anymore.
Oh boy.
You saw my letters. That's when.
Single night for the past 2 months, it's the same. But then the dance floor breaks, and then you
Fall.
But she escaped it because of the fact she had that premonition. That's okay. Yup. Y'all, we're getting into why this is Bloodlines, okay?
Glimpse into the future. And saw what death.
Death is after her family. She escaped and he's continuously coming after her family. So now we're back to what happened before that. There's sign. Let's go. Let's go. This kid dropping pennies. Screw that kid. Get up out of there.
I'm so sorry, of course.
Been absolutely magical, and that's
Good, good. I like this. I like this beginning so far. I'm really liking this.
no.
Everyone's going to die. The building is going to come down.
Are you serious,
The penny.
Iris?
Give me that.
You little bat. Hey, drop that kid off of there. Throw him off of there. Throw him off of there.
Hey, stop playing. Dance floor. The glass is about to break out. Off the dance floor.
Iris!
Yep.
Lives that night. Lives that were never meant to be saved.
And you know what happens when the survivors survive a death that was supposed to happen like that? Death comes one by one. And anybody that's life is saved, that's a byproduct of that, meaning they weren't even there, but they were supposed to die from something because of that, they're also hunted down by death.
But death doesn't like it when you with his plan.
Nope, you don't mess with death's design.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Death came back.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, he is.
He finishes the job.
So how many groups had, because that had to have been what, like the 60s, the 50s or whatever? How, she's definitely been here longer technically than a group that survived the bridge if we're going by the timeline here.
2 months ago. See? It's a sign. Am I dreaming about what you said?
Death is in there, y'all.
Maybe it's fate's demented sense of humor.
She's telling her before she passes away and can't tell her. And death is on her. She looking around like, oh boy, something disturbed in here. I don't know what it is, but something's disturbed in here.
I see you.
Ah!
Who are you talking to?
Death. Ah, okay. I ain't gonna lie. I thought she was gonna go out. So this is how she's been outliving Aaron and Clear.
Years in here. See that? My research.
It looks like a bunch of ramblings.
Can't stay here.
But, I'll come back.
I won't leave. Don't you see?
But yeah, this is how she's been outliving Alex and Clear Rivers, man.
You don't believe me?
You look crazy and like a lunatic. You got that Doc Brown haircut. I mean,
Dream. No, wait. Book. Stephanie. shouldn't have come here. Lifeline. It will show you everything. Safe.
Don't believe me?
Step back.
Seeing is
Seeing is believing, unfortunately. Again, I gotta cut these deaths off screen, y'all, for YouTube. I got to. But she knew as soon as she stepped out that door, it was a wrap. Don't forget, Alex in the first film, he was surviving a long time in the cabin. He was surviving, well, not a long time, but he was surviving in the cabin.
It's my bad.
So it was clear at a certain point.
I'm just so go through that.
But you saw it though.
she said
You saw it.
family. That's crazy.
No, it's not.
I can't believe it. Come on.
Oh, the mom. So we're getting the mom now?
That, that mom?
Okay.
I can come back.
I don't be ridiculous.
Huh. Bro, looking like you really abandoned your kids.
Hey,
You can get a ride with Dad. You don't remember her like I do.
Oh.
Why? He abandoned us and now all these years and wants to act like nothing happened.
I mean, hey. Y'all ever seen Blow before? Boston George?
What?
His mom disappeared for how long? He showed up. He's looking as a kid like, Dad, like, get over here and hug your mother, George.
friends, you don't even talk anymore.
I've just been distracted the last.
What about before that? It's been like this ever since.
Oh, okay. So she basically, in a way, it's like abandoned him.
I'm not like her.
Nah, it's kind of like that then. Death in the family. Yes, death in your family. So death to restart his whole like plan, his whole like design and everything. Is it because of how many offspring was created from, I guess, was the child that she was having was never supposed to be born? Because now we go back to Final Destination 2. If we go back to Final Destination 2, the child who they were trying to make sure lived in that film, that child was always going to be born. The woman was going to live. She never died in the traffic accident out there. So that was already going to be, but they thought they were going to secure their lives by making sure a child they thought was never supposed to be born was going to be born. So is this the outcome of a child that is born that's not supposed to be born? And this child has multiple offspring. Up there we go. First sign.
Now you got.
What's up with the broken glass? What's up with the propane tank? Yes, y'all, I'm paying attention to every detail. Pieces in the ice. There we go. Okay, here we go, y'all.
Hey, there she is.
It's too much stuff going on here. The bottle is on the edge of the brick. What they bring you, I like how they do that in all these films though. They bring your attention to things that's not necessarily things that'll just grab your attention on some regular first point of viewing it, but the way they direct the shot to, especially who's doing this, they bring your attention to
Peanut butter?
certain very small things. Like they're being very direct.
Are you trying to?
I like it.
Brother?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
so we got allergic reactions going on too. Okay. Who's gonna get the icy? Who's gonna get the icy glass combo?
We have together.
Right.
Not gonna get any back.
Sure ain't. Definitely ain't getting it back. Oh It's all love, buddy. It's all love. It ain't the glass. She's just choking regular. Yeah, she just choking regular. It's always the throw off. It's always the throw. The penny. The penny. The penny. Is that the log truck? Y'all, the log truck reminds me of the second film. Does that play with the second film? Is she showing premonitions from the other movies? The plane. The plane. Was she supposed to be on the plane? Pay attention. Somebody has glass in their cup. Pay attention. Put the glasses down, man. Who's gonna drink it?
Howard.
It's a key.
Housekeeping. Come on, you know we got the spare room. Better than bouncing around trailer parks.
Trailer park? She bouncing around? Like, she bouncing around. It's nothing wrong with a trailer park, but to be bouncing around trailer parks, that sounds bad.
This is a good idea.
Uh-oh. So she paying attention to the signs now. Trampoline, man, is wearing. That thing wearing, y'all. Y'all see it. Danger ahead. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention. Who about to drink it? Who's about to drink it? Y'all, they are prolonging this thing. Question is, what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be the glass in the cup? Is it gonna be the rake on the bottom of the trampoline?
Wait, stop!
Trampoline's still gonna break though.
Howard, there you go. Mom, you want?
Careful, Howard!
Wait, what does that thing go to? I thought it went to the alarm or originally, but what does that thing go to? Is that a hose?
Stephanie. Come.
Oh! So the green button was the lawnmower button, because that's why I said what's up with the green button that they directed the shot to earlier in this film. Grandmother told her. So the grandmother was supposed to be in all of these things that we done had in all of these Final Destination films from 1 all the way up to 5. That's insane work. That is insane work. This old lady has been, it's like Michael been going after Laura Strode for the longest. Like, Laura, like, hey, bro, you still ain't get me. I'm just chilling in my cabin at this point. Come on with it, boy. Like, I'm ready to face you head on. Like, hey, man, shout out to Grandma, man. Grandma Ira is going crazy. Oh, she really gonna try to get them to believe this.
And messed up way, and
Oh boy, you do realize this is fresh after she saw her husband's face get chopped up with a lawnmower, right?
die that night, but
This isn't gonna go well.
it was her and a little boy. She single-handedly, for decades.
Yep.
Sweetie. It's time for this.
Yeah, I mean, none of this even has anything to do with us. I mean, because death took so long to make its way through the family.
Yep.
That they never should have had.
So Dev does hunt down a family tree that wasn't supposed to be created.
Did you see this? Death is.
Okay, so why everybody in the
Stop. That's what she's saying.
No.
Bobby, you better listen.
The pattern. Death makes its way down each branch. The oldest, it'll start with his.
So this is the design.
Go f yourself.
Then it'll go for Julia,
Okay.
for our branch, starting with Darlene, then me.
You buying this?
I mean, you're turning our dad's death into some kind of conspiracy theory.
It's a fresh
I'm
death.
gonna die.
It's fresh.
That crazy woman's not family.
Who cheated death? Eric, no, wait.
That's Alex and Clear. Clear survived the longest. I originally thought Clear was the longest survivor in this whole franchise. She made it to number 2. But I'm thinking she's talking about Clear survived. But is there somebody older than the grandmother that survived, even longer than the grandmother? Again, y'all, I'm hearing everything that's going on, even while I'm speaking. I know I'm saying it over and over, but I got to, y'all. I know in the comments I'm gonna see it. Like, you're talking over everything. You're not hearing anything that's going on. I can't hear myself at all. You can hear me loud and clear though.
Be, but it's not real.
If you're having the same dreams and stuff, how do you say it's not real?
Your life. They did mine.
5, 4, 3.
Ooh, has anybody gotten one of those tongue piercings like over here on the channel, like whatnot? Any one of y'all that's viewing this, have y'all gotten?
No, you didn't say. Shit about closing, dude.
Ah man, so he got to handle all the work at the end of the night. Yeah, that's not cool.
My old man.
But yeah, how many of y'all got how many of y'all ever had those tongue piercings or nose piercings? How does it feel? Is it painful?
Anyway, you're all done. 5-star review, yeah? Like and subscribe and all the.
Not like and subscribe. Hey y'all, but you could do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff, you feel me? Yeah. I gotta get it in. People gotta get it in. Again, y'all, I gotta mute copyright music. So you hear any silence outside of the characters talking, or me talking, or specifically a sound that is clear past the music. Oh. Trying to sleep. Doesn't really look like you trying to sleep. Uh-oh, the bobblehead's about to fall. What's it about to fall on? What's the bobble? Okay, we're saved from whatever. Wait. Okay, the bobblehead's still about to fall. Eric's sad mix. This is kind of sad, I can't even lie. What is this? Y'all, again, I gotta mute copyright music, but if you know what song is playing here in his sad mix, what song is this?
God.
Nose piercing, y'all. Has anybody got nose piercings? Look, y'all, ooh, boy, don't. I think this is gonna ruin things for people who are considering nose piercings. I think this is gonna ruin some people, just like the Final Destination, 4, or was it? I think it was 5, with the eye laser surgery, when it definitely could cause some phobias on possibly getting eye surgery, laser eye surgery. This might cause some phobias on getting a nose ring. You never know, because it could cause you to be hung up while fire is burning underneath under your feet. That is the most random thing that could happen. Ooh. Again, I have to censor these scenes heavily that look kind of gruesome, like, y'all, because YouTube. Oh my goodness. So that is very flammable. Okay, I understand why it kept panning to those jugs now. Very flammable. You're laughing. You need to go. Oh, that's a tattoo for you right there.
Well, have you heard? I'm going over there. I need to check on it. You too, Charlie.
Friend just said the tattoo parlor burned. Ow! What?
Oh.
Kill me? Oh, yeah, no, of course it's you.
Huh.
Dude!
He survived death. Only usually if you intervene in death, somebody intervenes in death, death skips that person and goes to the next person. That's a personal tattoo of the fire.
Because that would be...
Call back to the first film and the second film. Second film when my guy, I forgot his name. I think George, the black guy.
Eric.
Nah, it was it the second film?
Steph.
Like he got hit by the ambulance, and the first film the girl got hit by the bus. Somebody else got hit by a bus again, I think, too, at some point. That was a good callback to those films. So yeah, death is still on him.
Ball in my face.
Nobody intervened in his death. Soccer ball could kill you now if it hit you hard in the nose. Garbage truck. She tried, hey, everything that looks like it could, y'all. Bruh, stop playing. Stop playing.
Beautiful!
Alright, now you gonna end up dying from a sickness. That's what's gonna happen to you. Don't tease the garbage truck, sir. Don't do that.
Stop doing.
Freaky man.
Nothing at all.
Trying to help.
No one gives a shit about your stupid little...
Alone because death's not coming for our family.
Soccer ball. Oh boy. You better get the climbing or something. Hop on some garbage bags. You better get the jumping, swooshing, and all that. Alright, bro. I see what he on in there. My guy living his best life doing his job. Hey, sometimes you gotta put the music on while you rolling, bro. Like, hey, I get it.
My sisters are back!
Oh! Wait.
No, I, the order, and now Julia's dead.
So she got the order wrong. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cause even, yeah, it's her fault. How's it her fault?
It's my fault. Son.
Oh. So the sister is the biological, so he's not part of the bloodline.
Anything to...
So he wouldn't be on Delph's list.
An affair?
You're in your father. Yes, I got you. I got you out of it.
Then who's been real?
Howard loved you so much.
It's that's a way of finding that out. That's some drama for you right there. I mean, at least you're not on Delph's hit list. Who?
Jared Benbury?
Why Jared sound like he ain't no...
Jared Benbury?
It sound like Jerry lame as hell.
Wanted to play catch?
Oh. Oh, yeah, she had him playing catch with him. Playing catch.
You gotta help me, Steph.
Hey, buddy.
I can't. I thought
But you can. I mean,
Not necessarily.
you didn't have all the information, Charlie. The trimmer, the blower, the...
Yeah, she did. She was moving him out of the way of everything. Yup. It was Dev's order of how he was about to die. Well, how she was about to die. The person that really was supposed to die.
In Iris's book, it's Asian. It's math.
Stephanie, if together we might have.
Stop.
Huh.
Only when you walked out, but without you. I'm going for a walk.
Not for a walk.
Emily is clearly gonna need some counseling. On the fact that
Bruh. Yeah, that's probably the most important thing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
that Iris...
Sometimes we'll talk about a friend of hers named JB. Something, River, Peace River Hospital.
River?
Be careful, the steps slippery sometimes.
They're slippery sometimes. You need to make sure they dry then.
Any of you do a nut check?
Okay, so he along for the ride.
Nothing
Okay.
even touches. Not his sort of... You understand, where's the peanut?
Tighter than what?
All clear.
You're a good brother, Eric. Nut check.
What?
Huh. Not yet.
It was good, I get it.
Might well go along for the ride, man.
Damn it. Wait!
Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Come along for the ride, man. Come on, bruh. Hey.
I always keep. I mean, you could have just had the real thing.
Huh. Hey, it is what it is.
Is that what you think? Look, I was raised everywhere. I thought I could see where 100 different ways that you and Charlie could die. I was growing up, and I knew that if I stayed, I was going to ruin your life.
Hey, I mean,
I did the right thing.
that sounds fair. I mean, she could have went to the asylum kind of either way. Like, she could have been on some crazy stuff without the mom being there. But at the same time, that definitely seemed like, yeah, you just was gonna traumatize her for life. Like, was guaranteed, pretty much. Bloodworth.
William John Blood.
I never knew the middle name.
I've been waiting.
I knew William Bloodworth, but I never knew William J. Bloodworth. Okay.
No, Julia.
Oh.
One of you is next.
So he already just off top. Okay.
To hear about Iris. Woman.
When?
At the Skyview.
So he's that old? He was
My mother brought.
the boy.
Told you, you gotta stay back there.
Y'all, if y'all stayed for the intro. She smiled at him and everything.
You were the last. You were the little boy.
Correct. Is I helped her fortify her cabin. Best medical care I could.
Iris.
And Blood, we're seeing all these groups since the bridge, since Flight 180, all of it, because he's lived it himself. This is wow.
Killing. Bang.
Yup. Talked a little bit about this in the intro also, y'all.
Person had left.
Some
What is that?
air about murder business.
Time ago, a young woman named Kimberly Core. Like you. And when her died,
Yeah.
but her broke the chain.
Is that the second one?
Why didn't Iris?
Escape.
No. Please, you have to help.
Not necessarily, because death continuously comes. It doesn't stop. You just prevent it for a period of time. With
Done with all that.
you're tired.
There's no running this time. You're all gonna die. That
I mean, technically.
too.
Where are you going?
The remainder of his days.
And I suggest life is precious. Enjoy every single second. Know when? Good luck.
Y'all, if y'all stayed for that intro. And he doing the whistle. He walking on with the whistle. He always does the whistle in him. Yo, hey, if y'all stayed for the intro, like I said, bro, it's all in the intro, man. Hey, alright, then. Alright. That's alright. I'm glad I rewatched all of them. Yeah.
Eric!
Nothing else we can do. Okay.
Don't try to convince him. Stop. No, we ain't got trust. Stop. I mean, it is always hard to trust Bloodworth. Usually, it's understandable for new groups that meet him. We done got used to him now over like 5 films, now 6. Technically, he was in like the was it the 4th film? Yeah, he was in the
Shit. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. You went, hey man. But Final Destination gotta, hey. This has kind of been ideas played with in like Reddit forums though. Why hasn't Final Destination done a Final Destination with babies? Technically it is babies because they're born first and death is technically on them because of the family bloodline or whatever, but he just can't touch them yet because that family member hasn't died before them. That's supposed to die in the order. So they kind of play with it, and I like how they kind of played with it then. And yes, I am still taking it in even while speaking, y'all. I can still hear it over myself. I cannot hear myself.
Hey.
It took the money, man. No, that's a sign to get back.
Dude, make now. I'm not giving up.
No, do not hop in front of that machine. Don't be stupid and hop in front of that machine.
Gonna fall.
Stop.
Easy work. Now what?
Y'all. And stop looking around all weird and stuff. Just you're leaving them alone too long already. Too long. You're leaving them alone too long so far already. He shouldn't be left alone that long. It's no reason to go over there. Just stand still. It's no reason to go over there. Remember, stand still. We don't have to move. Just stand still. I mean, it can still happen to you while standing still, but you can actually maneuver a lot better.
That's cool.
Don't go near stuff that you don't know about.
Lovely.
The way he sat next to her, he wanted some money bags. He aiming at the retirement fund. 401ks and all.
No, I just sit nine. I've got a great idea. As soon as you flatline, boom, I'm gonna reel.
No.
Why? Give it. Listen. You have to die.
Don't trust Eric. You're just as dumb as him for trusting in him. You know what? I'm not saying people deserve anything, but man, sometimes
Me. Brother, me and you, we are going to one.
okay. I believe in you. Wait, no, that's not good. Now he's got me going into this. No, you're stupid. I don't believe this.
God, but then
No, don't believe that bull. Don't believe that bull.
come on.
For real, big ups. But right now, I'm a small channel, and I'm just trying to make sure my stuff is still visible to people like that. You know, I don't want my stuff not being visible on YouTube like that based off a certain little. He wanted to be a big dog eater. It's delicious. I bet it is, boy. It sucks to have the. It should be some type of stuff where people with peanut allergies can take something so they can eat peanuts. I mean, Mr. Beast doing something for blind people, ain't it? With the whole, I didn't watch the video, but I know he did something where blind people could see or something like that through the goggles or something. I gotta look at the video, but I heard something about it.
I'm here with you.
We need to be able, like, a lot of cures are getting out there. We need to have the cure for peanut allergies too. I mean, it seems very simple. Peanut allergies and lactose intolerance. Yeah, you're not supposed to have like things that are magnetic or whatever around those machines. Not the nipples too. You got nipples? Oh, y'all, for y'all that got piercings or thinking about certain piercings, does this give you phobias? Oh my God. No way you got a piercing there. No way. Why? What is the point of getting a piercing there? Why would you get pierced there? That makes no sense. Oh, he got Eric's life now. That would have been his death. Oh my God. Wait, no, he's still about to die because he doesn't have the EpiPen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Even she moving like, wait a minute, what's going on? Is that thing really that strong, y'all? Is it really that strong in real life for y'all that know about these machines at the hospital? Is it really as strong as they're showing here, where from a whole nother room it can bring things in that are, you know, magnetic? Yeah. Never mind. I guess Eric didn't have long to live anyway then. He just put himself in a way of a death that wasn't supposed to be his death. Wow. So we got a 2-for-1 special with that. Again, these scenes are going to be heavily censored for YouTube. Once again, I'm taking in everything even while I'm speaking.
We have to get.
And go where?
It's not safe.
You want to go to the cabin? It seems like people survive for a good bit of time in the cabin.
Nowhere.
That was the question, bro. Where are you going to go?
Except Iris's cabin.
Hey, people survive in the cabin for a while, man. That seems to be a thing.
Survived there for decades.
Yeah.
She only died because she
We just got you back. If anybody's gonna, it's me. And as long as I'm alive, death can't touch you.
That's what the grandma did for decades.
See him coming. This together.
Really trying to fight death. I mean, technically, death comes regardless. Now, the way death is coming for them is just on some sinister stuff. This is not fair at all. That the penny? Is that an unlucky penny? Is that an unlucky penny rolling? The logs that was in the mom's book, the logs. Y'all remember the picture? And it's also a good callback to the second film. Unlucky penny. I wonder how long that little boy survived from that sky incident. The little boy that had the penny and tossed and all that, being a little dirt bag. I wonder how long he survived after that, because she prevented the little boy's death too, I'm thinking. So I hope he didn't survive. You know, I ain't gonna even speak on that kid. I just don't like that kid. That kid at the beginning was a real dick. Like, can't climb over the gate, that's for sure. You for sure dying if you try to climb that gate.
He's about to make a move.
Uh-oh. Does she have a seatbelt on? Okay. Seatbelt stuck. Seatbelt is stuck.
Let's get inside.
The seatbelt is stuck.
Shit!
Anybody got something sharp right quick?
I can help. If you get inside, I'll be safe. Go.
Oh, the one that was burning early when she was there to visit her grandmother. It's like, so that wasn't planned for the grandmother, that was planned for the mother. And the daughter's right there with the seatbelt. So it's like Dev just killed off the mother. And now the daughter's technically next and she's stuck in the seatbelt. Oh my God. And where did the brother go? Dev's design is wild. So he was already designing before the daughter even showed up at the doorstep. Beating Dev's design. And where's Bloodworth when all this is going down? So the mother has to continue surviving right now for her to get out of that situation. She need to survive a little longer.
Save your sister.
Nah, you need to make sure you say right quick. As long as you alive. Fuck! Pocket knife. It's important to have that bad boy. Man, come on, buddy. Oh boy. Dev's design. Dev's design. Does he okay, I was just about to say, does he know the Heimlich and all that good stuff, like, you know, resuscitation? Okay, so technically, since she was brought back, this started anew with Death. But Death is still coming for them though.
And I brought you back.
Because like I said, the ones in the second film, they died years later, right? I think it was in like the third film. It didn't necessarily say it in the film. It was something somewhere, like an extra scene somewhere where it said they died though, but I think it was the third film. Either way, nah, it's a refresh on the timeline for them now. That means Bloodworth has a little more time. So are we going to get another survivor group? Is this going to continue and we're going to at some point pick back up with this, with them? But no, as we see at the end of all these films, usually when it looks like for sure kind of, yeah, this was the answer. It's like, nah, Death still comes for you. He still calls for you when he really is coming for you. It's not just a regular day in the office. It's these guys right here. They bother me. I'm personally come. This is they like Michael Jordan. This is personal type of personal. When Death is coming like that.
All right.
The longer the film goes on, is like the longer something can happen.
Okay,
so
give it a spin.
how much time did she buy them by, being brought back to life and all
Very
that?
fast. Me too.
That's a sign. The fingerprint. The fingerprint on the prick at the beginning of the movie. Remember, prick the finger. That's a sign. You gotta pay attention to that. Death isn't finished. It's the old lady with the unlucky penny. The unlucky penny she found. Okay, here we go. This penny from this little kid is still making its way into this film, causing trouble. I'm through. I am through. I'm through. No. And it's getting lodged in something again.
Charlie.
Wait, that car, wasn't that the car at the beginning of the movie that the grandma was in? Was Grandma Iris in that car?
Or Charlie.
I think so.
And I.
Wait, what? What was that about? It's weird. It was the same car.
Yeah.
What?
Well, technically, you weren't dead.
She wasn't?
What? Charlie got you breathing again, then your heart didn't stop.
So technically, Death is, the original plan is still there, and Death is still on her, still her turn. It didn't just stop for the car, the finger prick, the unlucky penny, the car. What's going on here? You need to move. The logs. Was that train carrying logs? It looked like it was logs on that train. This is insane.
Yeah.
The logs. Oh, the two for shout. I gotta mute the music. Shout. Hey. And we back, y'all. Y'all see what it is, man. Stop playing. Y'all. That was Final Destination Bloodlines. Look, y'all, look. So I rewound this to like two parts in particular. I had to rewind back to like two parts in particular because I wanted to be clear on something. But I saw on one of the parts when I rewinded, because I was starting to kind of go into a theory somewhat, like basically Grandmother Iris pretty much was like supposed to be a part of all these events that were in the Final Destination films. With the first one, like with Flight 180, like she was supposed to be on Flight 180 because Death was supposed to get her like in the 60s or the 50s or wherever they were, and Death's been trying to get her this whole time. So all of these big catastrophic events, these freak accidents and whatnot, I was thinking as it was showing in her book, like the plane and like it was showing the log truck with the logs and stuff, and it's like, oh, this is the movie. So was she supposed to be on the flight 180 but she avoided it, and was she supposed to be in traffic with that crazy accident and she avoided that? And I'm like, okay, so does that mean, wait, because now they would say she was supposed to be on a roller coaster, and I'm pretty sure she's old during that time period. So what is she doing riding the devil's roller coaster, and what is she doing at NASCAR events? Like, this is weird. But either way, when I rewound back to when she was explaining the book to her granddaughter Stephanie and whatnot, she was saying that it was her research. So I'm guessing here that basically it wasn't that she was supposed to necessarily be caught up in these events, but this was just some of the random like news stuff that she was running into that related to what she was going through, based off of hearing about a group of survivors surviving something that's just like, y'all are super lucky, but then you hear about them one by one dying off in these kind of freak accidents, and you're like, okay, something's up here. But either way, she's running that with her situation, like, oh, this is the same thing with me. So she's basically, I'm guessing, was studying these other groups that we saw in these previous 5 films before this, and she was just kind of, just comparing the things with her whole ordeal, and also taking information kind of out of it, kind of like a case study basically. But she was jotting out down certain things about, I guess, that came out from the people of those events. Like the first film, Alex, I think the whole death has technically, because as we learn later on too, like her friend that's been helping her survive, help her build her cabin, was on JB, who works at the hospital. Didn't know the middle initial. I knew the first name, William, but I never knew the middle initial, so that was a good throw in there for this character. But we get to meet up with Bloodworth again. He was helping the grandmother survive this whole time because he was saved by the grandmother during that whole thing at the Skyview. First off, who goes to something called the Skyview? I don't even think I would go to a place that's just solid sitting here on the ground named Skyview. I don't think I want to go near anything that's labeled sky and have a view of any point of the sky and you basically above the sky. I don't like that viewpoint too much, I mean, yeah, unfortunately I might go out like Final Destination 3. I don't know, because I do like a good roller coaster here and there. I don't go to theme parks too often, but when I do enjoy a nice roller coaster. But outside of, that already being something kind of crazy, I don't think I want to go too far above the sky like that, especially if I'm just chilling up there, and it's not like I'm coming right back down, and when I'm just chilling in the sky and people just singing, shouting, glass is breaking under you, and next thing you know, fires is happening and stairwells is going out. And screw that little kid at the beginning too, because I'm happy to see Final Destination finally do something that not necessarily you was hoping for, because you didn't necessarily, I would say, I still can't say you could say the kid has it coming, the kid deserves to get taken out, you feel me? Like, because it's like you're cheering on child, you feel me? And I'm like, I'm not for no children, okay, being harmed in any kind of manner, in any kind of way. But this one kid, though, just this one kid, it has to be an exception somewhere, where it's like right here in this book, okay, look, this is not okay, but at the same time, this penny throwing little kid right here, boy, I was proud to see Final Destination take a certain step, and we haven't seen them actually put a child in Delph's whole plan, his his what did they keep calling it? I forgot what they were calling it. Y'all know it'll come back to me in a little bit. But Dev's whole plan and whatnot, I haven't seen a child actually be a part of it. Dev's design, I haven't seen a child be a part of it. So to see Dev like take a kid out, man, it's like I thought the kid was actually out because I'm like, well, it is a kid, and like maybe that'd be going a little too far right there. Final Destination, they wouldn't go that far. We haven't seen them do nothing like that before, and it's like you see the kid running out, and it's like, yeah, of course the kid is out. Of course it's okay for the kid. Yeah, he was meant to get out of that, and all of a sudden you see the piano. Shout out to the penny that dropped off of it thanks to that kid. You see the piano fall from the sky view, and it crushes the kid like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon. Like Coyote got the drop on him. Like he was trying to get the drop on the road runner, but somehow he got the drop on himself. And hey, it's really like a Looney Tunes cartoon, but Bear had a whole piano fall on him like it was Roger Rabbit or something. You feel me? And why do I know so many piano references to, like, I don't know. That's all right. It's good. That's good. No, that's not good. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't know. Either way, y'all. Dude had a piano dropped on him. The kid had a piano dropped on him, and I was shocked to see that image of this child just. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, if anybody there kind of had, I don't root for no children's pain, not like that. But hey, this one kid, it's got to be an exception. But either way, Bloodworth was a child at that time when Iris was having that premonition, and he was supposed to be one of the people that, died in that event and whatnot. But Iris, when it was all actually happening, at least in her premonition, she was holding on to Bloodworth as he was a child, because they were dangling, like the whole thing kind of collapsed, and they were hanging on, and they were literally hanging on by her ring finger, like the ring got caught between like two screws or something, and of course, it started to give way, and her finger was starting to go through, and they were about to fall, and her and Bloodworth died. But because she did like a lot of the main survivor characters do when they had the premonitions, in those situations, she kind of freaked out, and certain things she was seeing in the vision that was part cause of the whole event, that she was kind of like, hey, the kid with the penny, give me that penny, snatch the penny up from him, like should have gave him a slap, but snatched the penny up from them in there, singing the shout song while stomping on the glass, and the glass steady cracking, and she got them to stop singing, and attention was brought to the glass that was cracking. People stepped off of the floor, and that day a lot of lives were saved, including Bloodworth's life. His life was also saved. So, as far as Death goes, when it comes down to his design, though, from what we've seen in the previous 5 films, any group that survives I guess like a big giant catastrophic freak accident that's supposed to take whatever amount of lives, anybody that survives out of that, Death usually hunts them down in the order that they were supposed to die in that big accident. So a lot of people were saved that day that were supposed to die, and just like Death normally does, it was coming one by one for all of the survivors. And some of the people had families like Iris, and I'm thinking Death hunted down their family trees also, because the people that weren't supposed to survive that day went on to have children beyond that day. So Death, it normally seals this whole, because anything that basically changes Death's plans, it also adds other factors to it. Death has to account for those additional things that were added past the point that it wasn't supposed to be added. So now Dev has to take immediate action on these things that were added that weren't supposed to be there. So the survivors that survived beyond that day and had kids, they weren't supposed to be existing in the world. Just like Iris, I would assume that their families, because we learned with Iris at least for sure, Death was going to go after her family one by one for sure, because she had a child that wasn't supposed to be born. Now we saw in the second film, I kind of mentioned it during the reaction, but we saw in the second film where they were trying to save a pregnant woman and make sure she gives birth, because in the premonition it looked like basically she didn't survive the accident and she died in the accident. So from what they got from Bloodworth in that movie, that you can basically bring life with new life or whatever. So they figured they would, if they make sure a child that wasn't supposed to be born was born, it's something to do with basically it defeats Death's plan somehow in general. And Death is like, it's basically a whole restart. So, hey, if you were supposed to die in this crazy freak accident, you don't have to worry about Dell trying to like just be on top of you, like literally on top of you on some personal stuff. Like I said in reaction, like on Michael Jordan level, this is personal. I gotta handle this because you definitely were supposed to go at this point for sure. This ain't just no heart attack or nothing like that. You were supposed to go out. Like this was some big thing, and you messing up the whole little plan here, man. Just you in particular, and then you caused this little ripple effect and things. So I gotta account for this. So I'm coming for you like with everything I got. I'm not just focused on the whole world with everybody who has their own plans. You feel me? Death has a design for everybody. So I'm not just focused on design for everybody, all the millions of people in the world. And when there's particular times are there and I gotta account for doing this and getting that done. No, I'm now on you directly. I'm focused. All that attention is on just you. Now I'm making sure I make every trap possible to get you to go down, because you were supposed to go down for sure in this crazy freak accident. Like you can kind of interrupt like regular plans that are like solo things for you, maybe tripping down the stairs and you go that way, but hey, somehow you avoid that. All right, fine, whatever. You have a few weeks, maybe even a few years. That's just regular. But when it's the crazy freak accidents, nah. Nobody's supposed to survive those, and you just walk out of there, and then on top of that, you stop other deaths that were supposed to happen. That's already problematic that you walking out of there. But now you preventing other deaths, which prevents possible other deaths that were supposed to come from those deaths, because somehow it interacts with the, I don't know, like the previous deaths from the first film somehow interacted with some of the characters of the second film, which indirectly saved their lives. Some of the characters from the second film, it saved their lives from them dying. So it was something with the characters from the first film. I think their deaths or whatever caused the characters, some of them from the second film, to indirectly avoid death that would have happened. Like one of the characters, they were watching the victims of the first Final Destination film on the news, and they were late getting to wherever they were going to get to, which would have put them on time to be ahead of where, I forgot it. I think it was Kimberly out of the second one, where it basically, when Kimberly stopped all of the traffic at the ramp, one of the characters would have been ahead of Kimberly and already in traffic, and would have been a part of that crazy accident, if not only Kimberly blocking the ramp, but if she had not watched the whole, I think she said something like she was watching something to do, it was one of the characters' deaths from the first film, something like that. It had something to do with her watching the news about one of the characters from the first film. But it caused her to be late getting in traffic, which would have put her ahead of Kimberly. So she would have never been blocked by Kimberly. She would have been in traffic and she would have died anyway. But again, hey, it was certain factors from the first film. So it was all kind of playing a role, even with the characters from the second film, from the first film, on basically preventing them, like secondary characters, not necessarily a part of any big giant catastrophic accident, freak accident or whatever. And even though they weren't part of it, they still were going to be like kind of byproducts, of the people dying from these catastrophic events, of the plane and the bridge, and you feel me, the NASCAR event or whatever. Like, these were gonna be like, there's byproducts from some of these deaths that come from the big giant freak accidents. So death always closes these basically, what do you call it, closes these gaps pretty much that will take place in its plan. So any byproducts, which is what it did with Iris's whole family, because Iris wasn't supposed to give birth to a child, and that child was supposed to go on giving birth to other children. So death was coming for Iris's family one by one. But I'm wondering, the survivors out of the sky view, I'm assuming, yeah, Iris and Bloodworth will be the last of the survivors, but does that mean that the survivors outside of Iris and Bloodworth who survived the sky view, does that mean that they face like the whole like final destination thing like we normally see with the survivor groups? Like, death was just on them and doing all the crazy stuff and putting them in freak accidents, killing them off one by one, but Iris and Bloodworth just happen to be the last of the survivors, and Iris would be next. But my thing is, if death normally, because the only way death point blank skips you is if the person that's also in the whole death loop with you or whatever is supposed to be their turn, whenever one of them has to intervene and you dying. So, if you feel me, if a knife is coming towards your head, the person that's in the loop with you got to push you out the way while the knife is coming, which prevents a death that was going to happen. Or they stop you from moving before you even walk in the direction of a knife that's coming your way, which prevents the death that was about to possibly happen. But that means now that skips you, and it goes to the person who would have been after you in the order that you died in a premonition or whatever, or in general how you were supposed to go in the accident. It skips you and moves on to the next person. So if it's only two of you, then that means it immediately moves on to the person that just saved you, because there's only two of y'all and y'all are keeping each other safe, kind of like Alex and Claire. So it skips you, now it's back on this other person who just saved you. So now you gotta try to make sure you save this person, but once you save this person, it's now gonna be off of them and back on you. So my whole thing is, that's only if y'all are saving each other like that. But if y'all aren't saving each other like that, but you just avoid death on your own, then it doesn't skip you. It still stays on you. It just now makes another plan for you. And until it finishes with you, or until somebody, prevents it, who's in that loop with you, so it can skip on to the next person and then come back to you, is gonna stay on you if nobody prevents that's in that loop with you. Or if you don't take somebody's life and try to take their remaining years, death doesn't leave you. Or you gotta die yourself and be resuscitated, as we saw in the second film, which is also what I rewound to too. I rewinded back to Bloodworth's part when he was talking about Kimberly, because during that part of the reaction, I was trying to remember if that was the character from the second film. And the reason for it, because when I went back to it, he was saying how he only knew one person that cheated death, like really actually cheated death and was still alive, and that was Kimberly. So I'm like, okay, so is that the one from the second film? Because that would be the one that she drowned in the lake or whatever inside of the ambulance and was resuscitated, and that was new life right there. She died, came back, that voided out death's plan automatically. So it was just like a fresh restart. Like, she didn't have to worry about the fact of Death just being on her heels because she was supposed to go out in this big giant freak accident, which Death seems to only come after you if you were supposed to go out in these big freak accidents. But either way, it's a restart with Death, and she cheated Death officially according to Bloodworth. So I went back to the characters of the second film, and I saw, yes, Kimberly was that main protagonist. So seeing that and seeing that it was Kimberly from the second film, and he's saying she survived, she really cheated Death. I'm like, okay, so that means from the second film all the way up to even the current films of the sixth film with Bloodlines, basically Kimberly, I'm assuming even in Bloodlines, was still alive too. That's interesting. So the whole new life thing might be the, I guess, the longest, I would say, longest prevention of death. You get a lot more time because at the end of the day, everybody's gonna die, regardless of if it's point blank natural causes, like, yeah, heart attack, just old age. You feel me? Everybody's gonna die, but maybe that prevents it adds more time. So the new life thing, especially in their situation when death is on your heels, is adding more time to your lifespan basically. So Kimberly survived. I'm thinking, let me know if I'm wrong on that though too. Kimberly surviving up the Bloodlines. Let me know if it was something specifically said to basically say, no, she just survived for some time, but she did die off. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's what it is. So yeah. Also, like I said too during the reaction, if you go to the intro, it's pretty much just a lot of Tony Todd love. Big fan of Tony Todd, and I did mention in the intro how basically I heard that some of the final lines delivered by Tony Todd in this would be lines that he freestyles himself. The directors and them pretty much gave him free range to do what he pretty much wanted to do, since it was kind of understood this would be like one of the last films that he filmed. And hey man, it's going out on top of like Final Destination out of all the films. I mean, that's a wild way to go, especially when you don't know exactly when, but like it's coming very soon. Like you're not gonna be on this earth anymore and I automatically knew what the last lines were that were not written, at least for his character that he was speaking in the scene and whatnot. I kind of for sure knew the lines, the last little bit that wasn't written. Like you could tell, okay, yeah, that wasn't written. That's kind of, yeah, he freestyled that. When my boy talking to you about like you never know when, you feel me? You never know when. So hey, my boy said the hell with that. I know, okay, at this point, since Iris is out the game, Iris she was a professional at this. Iris was a professional. Y'all rookies, nah, buddy, y'all wall that was holding everything from coming at y'all with that full force, that wall has collapsed. Y'all are definitely going out very soon. I done seen all the groups with all you young folks come and go from the plane onto the traffic, onto the roller coaster, onto the NASCAR race, onto like the bridges from the very beginning technically of y'all young groups. I done seen y'all go out one by one, with the minor exception of the surviving. Cause matter of fact, he mentioned Kimberly, but I don't think he didn't say nothing about the cause she married the dude, right? The state trooper dude from the second one, Kimberly. Cause it was her and the state trooper guy. They went off into their happily ever after. He didn't mention him. So did he survive also? And they're still good. Him and Kimberly, the police dude and Kimberly, are they still together? I don't know. Look, y'all. Either way, this film here, if we were to really talk about these films, all 6 of these films, and I literally binge watched from, like I said earlier, I rewatched the first 2 probably a couple days prior, and the 3 up to 5 I watched that today, a little while after watching the movie Sinners. After reacting to the movie Sinners, I rewatched from the Final Destination 3 up to 5, and I jumped into this. So I got like a whole fresh rewatch after not seeing any of those movies for years, pretty much a decade for a majority of them. Yeah, y'all. We gonna be here for a while. I love all the little like things they did in this, from having the music again, like we hear in all of the Final Destination films. John Denver in the first film. They always have repeated song that kind of plays out with something that's about to take place. With this film, they had the Johnny Cash Ring of Fire song, burn, burn, burn. Hey, hey, Johnny in that thing, man. And the sky view definitely was a ring of fire, that's for sure. I don't know why all those people got on that elevator and thought it was going to be okay. I don't know why those people are loaded up in that elevator like they're going up in the first place in general, because they really overloading that elevator. I don't know, they just having fun with the weight capacity, but like they said, I mean, it was finished ahead of schedule. I want to see those safety permits. I want to see everything was okay with the structure and all that. I want to see this stuff. Like, I want to see this get presented, because it's something not adding up here. A project like that finished ahead of schedule as quickly as, because I think they said like by a week or something like that. So I don't know. I should have went back to that part too, just to make sure, but y'all let me know. That being said, yeah, I was very happy to see Bloodworth's character kind of get more fleshed out and get a lot more added and be more ingrained in the story. Just like the previous films, Bloodworth was not necessarily a big part, but the part he played is it's always memorable when you see Bloodworth, and whether it's 1 or 2 scenes, usually like 1 scene in the majority of these movies, it's always memorable. He always adds something that's big to the film, whether he's giving you certain rules that plays out through these films that you follow like a life guide throughout these Final Destination films. He's always giving something that adds and something that leaves a mark, and in this, he definitely left the mark. He left a big mark, because this adds a lot more even to the overall story of Final Destination when you add this to his character now. Him being a survivor, kind of one of the oldest survivors out of all of the Final Destination films that we got, which also explains somewhat his fascination with the survivor groups, like him, talking to the groups and kind of dropping certain things, certain knowledge to them, like, hey, this with death right here. And it's like, how do you know this, and why do you even care enough to talk directly to them about this, like you're trying to protect them or basically see how they're surviving? But that's the thing, him and Iris, they've been together, and I'm guessing he said they exchanged information and stuff, so I'm guessing they talk about these groups, and he was feeding her the information about these groups and even how they were dying one by one, specifically how they died, and he was giving Iris this information, which Iris was using to gain more information on how death operates, on ultimately what his I would say his ultimate design is. Like, it really saying what, because it's like you figure out one design for death, but it's a whole nother design. We look at, I think, Final Destination 3 or is it Final Destination 4? It might have been Final Destination 4. I think the fourth one where it was the NASCAR one. Y'all let me know. But it was the one where the survivor group, it was 3 of them left and they got taken out by a bus. The bus ran through the restaurant and the character was basically saying, what if the plan all along was for us to be here this whole time? I think it was the fourth one, because it was like you saw the big giant freak accident in it, and then you saw like, I think it was supposed to be another crazy freak accident. So yeah, the fourth one, yeah, because the fourth, it was I think NASCAR, and then I think they were supposed to blow up in the movie theater. I can't remember. I might be mixing them up. Y'all are gonna let me know in the comments. But it was 2 big events in one movie. So I think one was the first event, which, like I said, I think NASCAR won, and then right after that, the movie was supposed to blow up in that same movie. And either way, they were eating at the restaurant, and dude was like, what if the plan the whole time was just in general for us to be in this restaurant? So it's basically saying it was all a throw off, pretty much, just to put them in the place they really were designed to go out in, which was in that cafe getting hit by the truck. So everything else was just really a lead up. They were never supposed to lose their lives there in the first place, which would say, really, were they beating death in any kind of way? Were any of these survivor groups really beating death in any kind of way? Or was it all just a part of Death's ultimate design? Like, you never cheated death. Like, this was all a part of the plan just to get you here, meaning you get out of this crazy death experience. This for sure was the death experience that was supposed to take you out for sure. But it's like, nah, not at all. It was just supposed to lead you to this part where it really is, you feel me? But at the same time, it does seem like, yeah, death is like redesigning things because of, other things interfering. Like I said, there are byproducts of death. In the second one, when the guy who got, I think, unalived by the fence came flying at him and it shish kebabbed him pretty much. He saved some kid, and that kid later on ended up blowing up at the barbecue Kimberly and the trooper dude was at or whatever. The kid blew up, even though the kid wasn't part of the big giant traffic accident. He still was part of a plan that it was interfered with by a person from that accident. Anything interfered with the person from the freak accident that's surviving currently, who death is on the heels of, if they save anybody that's even outside of that plan, just because they touch them, death automatically has to account for who they saved, and death goes after that person immediately, kind of like how they're going after how death is going after the current person he's after that saved the person that was a part of a different plan death had. But death will go after that person after getting the person they were after in general, and then be like, okay, you who was a part of my other plan who was saved by this person, now I'm coming for you. So he accounts for the byproducts. But that being said, I don't know if some of these things are really free-willed, or if death really does have to recalculate plans and all of that to account for being cheated basically and outwitted in some instances, or if death is just making you think that you're outwitting, or has death gotten smarter to where basically he's adapting to the playing field, and it's a strategy, it's a thinking game. So he automatically knows, like, okay, since you're aware that you're on that, he's on your trail and whatnot like that, you're now looking at every little thing that looks like it can account for your ending. You're gonna specifically be looking for all of these things. So now Dev is like, all right, since I know you're looking for this particularly now I'm just gonna kind of put a bunch of throw-offs that look like, yeah, this is something I'm setting up, but really I'm trying to get you to like get to this point yeah, it's gonna be things that could take you out, but I know it's not because you're gonna see through it. But you're not seeing through what I put in front of you for real, for real. This is just the lead up to lead you here. Once you get this, you're gonna end up going to this place. And when you go to this place because you need this information, or you're looking for this, or you're going there for this person or whatever, trying to help them, this is gonna lead you over to this place. And then when you get over there, it's like Dev has this long drawn out scheme pretty much. Dev is accounting for everything, like your every reaction and movement. So anything that you react to wrong in that plan at all, Dev might have had like 100 different things set up for you to go through. And if you just like not go through one of those things, that can make Dev like literally have to redo so much. So I'm pretty sure it's been points like this throughout this series where that was a thing too, where this person, where one of the survivors or whatever, completely threw Death off so much to where even though Death already had all of these plans ahead, it's like, he messed up. That did not go perfect. Meaning, how many perfects does Death have? Like, how many perfects does Death have on Survivor groups? I gotta know. Definitely didn't have a perfect with Iris group, because Iris and Bloodworth lived a long time. I'm pretty sure it was the 60s. We talking about from the 60s on up to 2024. I'm thinking that's where, because at this current time it's 2025 that I'm recording this, but I think the film is supposed to be 2024 based. So Iris and Bloodworth been living a long time, and they've been studying all of these survivor groups. Insane work. Either way, Tony Todd definitely is one of those guys. If you see him, if you haven't seen Candyman, you need to go see Candyman. All right, you need to see it. But in Candyman, if you've seen Tony Todd, he's always had that type of physique. He's always been a big guy. I don't know how tall he is. I gotta look that up. But he always seemed like he was tall and kind of big. He was tall and big, not tall and slim, but tall and big. And he's always had that look all the way through, even the first Final Destination movie on up to, like, I think it was Final Destination 3 he wasn't physically in, but it was just his voice that was used in it. But Final Destination 1 all the way up to 5 minus 3, like Final Destination 3 he wasn't in physically minus that film. He always had his regular look. He looked like him. He wasn't necessarily looking like he was working out or nothing like that, but he just looks like him. Regular, tall, big kind of dude, kind of stocky. And we get to this film and he's frail, very slim, and we're hearing how his character Bloodworth is talking like, I'm tired. And it's like you can look at the physique of not just Tony Todd and can tell, yeah, Tony Todd himself, because you know how, if you actually seen how Tony Todd looked over the years, it's like, yeah, this Tony Todd is more filled out. He's more stocky. This is, yeah, you don't look like you're doing too okay, and I hate to see you look like that type of look. You feel me? And Tony Todd, you know, minus Tony Todd and what you would think of that with Tony Todd, the actual character Bloodworth, how this plays into the character. It's like, yo, the character is telling you, bruh, I've been here since the 60s. You feel me? And I've seen countless, you feel me, death experiences that was trying to take Iris out. And, you know, hey, man, I done seen the survivor groups that survived like me and Iris, but I done seen how death came for them on their heels. And we've been, for decades at this point, just surviving death and trying to take in as much information as possible to beat it. And now we're finally at this point to where the final person within my thing is now gone. And I know for a fact y'all ain't gonna make it. And once y'all are gone, it's my turn. And bruh, I done had some decades. And at this point, after all the stuff I seen, I'm good. I'm going to Tahiti where I can chill, drink me a pina colada on the beach. And hey, when death come, I'ma be chilling like, what's up? Hey, shout out to Bloodword, bro. I hope he got to really enjoy his final days for real. But to see the sickness play its role even into the character and into the story, it made Bloodworth so much more of a, to me at least, a bigger part of this whole. I mean, he was always a big part of the Final Destination franchise, but it made him even more bigger to me. You feel me? And it made his importance everlasting with these films to me. And it also, it's a dope thing to add to Tony Todd's legacy, his filmography. This is something like, this is great for him to be able to deliver what he wanted to say to his fans directly like that, man. Like, hey, bruh, Tony Todd and Bloodworth wished us a good luck. They wished us good luck. Like, it was understood death comes for everyone at a certain point in time. It's not avoidable. It's gonna happen. Like, now if it's death like how it was coming for a ton, like Bloodworth and Iris's whole family tree and all the survivors, now if it's like that, that's different. All right, yeah, you could probably avoid that. Like, and you need to look to try to avoid, because that's just ridiculous death. But otherwise, point blank death comes for everyone at a certain point in time. So, hey, with me knowing mine is coming at a certain point for sure after y'all are gone, which is, I know it's gonna happen quick enough, I'm about to go enjoy my days. And good luck to y'all and on y'all adventure fighting against it for however long y'all fight against it. But I'm tired. And Tony Todd, Bloodworth walked off the screen, bruh. Hey, that was a good send off to the character. That was a great send off to the actor Tony Todd. R.I.P. Tony Todd. And to this franchise with this film, this was a great introduction. They really tied in everything. I like how they had all of the films technically put in this, whether it was certain things like the logs being sketched out, the log truck being sketched out, and Iris's journal off of the traffic accident, the airplane being sketched out, Flight 180. I think it was something with the roller coaster in there. It was something seeing how all of these films kind of played out into this. Now, one time for Eric too, because Eric was a dumbass, but Bobby was probably a bigger dumbass for even trusting in Eric. I mean, this probably shouldn't have to have been too much of deep thought for anybody if it came to trusting what Eric was saying with his plan. Dude was trying to do the Final Destination 2 move by basically having Bobby flatline and then be brought back to do the whole new life thing to break up Dev's plan like Kimberly apparently did. I wouldn't trust Eric on anything like that. My boy Bobby had peanut allergies, and he wasn't gonna go out on no unsalted peanuts. He wanted some Reese's. He was gonna take the big dog peanut butter. You feel me? So he was convinced by Eric to pretty much go through with this whole plan of unaliving himself. And one time for Eric, for at least trying to be a good family member still, even while finding out he's technically not born by his father. Father went out by a lawnmower too. I almost forgot that. These characters went out in some gruesome ways. I know I had to censor them scenes for YouTube. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta censor them for YouTube. I know I cut them off screen for sure, or I hit them with the blur, which you can see what's going on, but you can't see. You feel me? But either way, I know I hit it with the blur effect on them scenes, because y'all, it was some gruesome dudes was getting their whole face, bruh. Hey. Y'all, I can't go through this whole movie. We're going to be here too long. I want to try to get to editing these videos as fast as I possibly can and get out to y'all as soon as possible. So, yeah, I got to hurry up and get to the cutting room floor here. Yeah, with Eric, we find out he wasn't really his father's son. His sister was a part of the plan. She was supposed to be the first one up once they, broke down, hey, death is coming for the family tree, and it's going to come for this part first based off of this, and then it's going to go over to this part, and from age to old age or whatever, it's going to be like this. So, you know, when they started doing that, they thought Eric technically was going to be the first one, and then it was going to be the sister, and then on down, but he wasn't really part of the bloodline, as we find out. And that was a lot to face at one time, but that doesn't give you good enough reasoning to actually think that you coming up with any good plans by knocking off one of the characters and trying to bring them back to life. It's stupid. Bobby had peanut allergy, so they figured they would get Bobby to eat something that's peanuts and have an allergic reaction and flatline from that, and Eric brings him into the emergency room or whatever to immediately be resuscitated, brought back to life. Now, they went into this room that has this machine where you go under. It's like showing if you got concussions. It can take x-ray scans of your head. I forgot what that thing is called, but it's also magnetic, and based off of that being magnetic, you're not supposed to have stuff that can be, magnetic. You're not supposed to have phone, keys, stuff like that around it. Of course, they had all that in there, but that machine wasn't supposed to be on. But death being death, go ahead. It does what it does. So I thought Bobby was going to get taken out by the vending machine, but the vending machine still does play a role in his death, just not at the exact moment that you think it would play. After he's in his room waiting for Eric to scope out the scene, looking all sketchy and stuff already, he's just sitting there chilling. Eric finally comes back. The machine is on. Nobody's aware of this machine being on. Bobby starts eating the chocolate. He's having a reaction to it, of course, and he's trying to get his EpiPen from Eric, but Eric's not giving it to him because he's like, "No, it's supposed to be part of playing. Remember, you're supposed to not be alive. All right, this is a good thing." It's like the more you hear this, I think as you are actually dying, I think you probably realize this doesn't sound like the best plan. And I'm thinking Bobby is having this type of realization as he's losing consciousness and fighting for breath. Like this, I don't know if this is a good plan, Eric. This doesn't seem too much like a good idea now. But either way, Eric's going through with the plan. The machine is cranking up to the max, and as it's cranking up, it's starting to be able to, it's more magnetic now. So now it's picking up all the things that's magnetic in the room and even outside of the room. Either way, my boy Eric has a lot of piercings. That thing started taking the piercings apart off of Eric. I asked this question somewhere in a reaction. I still need to know. I need answers. For those of y'all that have piercings or thinking about getting certain piercings added to the piercings you already have, like maybe you already got your ears done, but you want to get your nose done, you want to get your lip done, maybe your tongue done, you haven't gotten this done, but some of this you have. For those of y'all in any of those categories, does this build any phobia of that for you? Or at least being around certain objects that can be heavily magnetic while, being pierced and whatnot? Does this build any phobia of y'all? The areas he had some of these piercings, y'all, that some of these areas are different areas than I know people to actually have piercings on. Eric seems to be an extreme guy. I don't know how many extreme guys there are out there, but you might want to seriously watch yourself when you are in hospitals, because that could be a very painful way to go. We saw Eric go out in this machine, and then on top of that, Bobby ended up getting taken out by the machine after the spring from the vending machine came out, which was going straight into the magnetic force of whatever that was with that machine. Again, I don't know. I just know it scans the head, y'all. But it goes straight through Bobby's head, and that's the end of Bobby. Y'all, that be said, the plan didn't work out for them. Bloodworth, he knew these characters weren't going to survive long. They didn't even get to make it out of the hospital. I mean, the characters at least get out the hospital. I mean, we see what it was, the fourth film, the NASCAR one, we see Bloodworth, not Bloodworth, but we see I forgot who it was. I forgot his name. Whoever the main character was in the fourth film, we see him, and I remember the black character's name, George. We see the main character and George walking out of the hospital, and George get hit by the ambulance. It's insane work, y'all. Is insane work. I'm just literally sitting here thinking about all of these films right now and all of the things that transpired in them, and I'm literally losing train of thought while trying to go through all of these films at one time because there's so much that's happened. We went all the way back to the 60s. Technically, with this sixth film, we got a prequel slash sequel. We got a pre-sequel. We got a pre-sequel. Yeah, we got a pre-sequel, y'all. We got a pre-sequel. It was a prequel slash a sequel. Because technically 5, you can't really say 5 was a sequel. You can only say 5 was a prequel because 5 was the bridge. It was before the events of the first film, which was Flight 180. It intertwines with Flight 180, where the surviving characters from the fifth film, they perish in the Flight 180 plane crash, which is after the fifth film. So the fifth film is straight up a prequel, but the sixth film is straight up a prequel slash sequel to all 5 films. Is literally a direct sequel though off of technically what the fourth film, because again the fifth film is a prequel, so the fourth film would be the latest installment. So this basically continues off of the fourth film, but it also gives before all films at the beginning of this sixth film. We get, like I said, we're in the 60s and we come to 2024, so it's a sequel after the fourth film directly, and it's a prequel before all 5 films. That's incredible. They did a lot here. They did a lot with this. Yeah, it's too much here to even really try to sum up in just one video. I hate when movies are like that. It's too much to sum up in just one sitting of here. Like, I want to do like a full-on review of this and all of the Final Destination films. I would have to do those like one by one or like 2 at a time though, because there's a lot in those films. Either way, I was very amazed with, again, a lot of Tony Todd love because I'm a huge fan of Tony Todd, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk about him a lot, but I was amazed by his performance in this, and I was glad that this film added so much depth to his character at this point. Yeah, my boy, it was a reason why he was so interested in all of these survivor groups. And even when he left the screen, him doing the whistle when he's walking off, he always does that whistle when walking off. Like, bruh, shout out to Tony Todd, shout out to Bloodworth. I love that. I loved all these characters. Stephanie being the new main protagonist, she was great in this. Like the grandma said at to the beginning at her, she got seeing is believing, so she had to show her like, yo, death really is on me like that, and now death is about to be on you. The only reason the grandma kind of went ahead and risked herself like that is because she did say she was sick and she doesn't have too long left, and after she goes, death is going to come immediately for Stephanie and the rest of the family. So she has to intake all this information before the grandmother officially goes out on just, being old and, immune system weak, and you're sick for whatever period of time that your immune system is fighting naturally, not death just point blank on you like, nah, I'm about to drop this car on your head. Like, where the hell did the car drop from? Like, nah, not like that, but just actual real deal natural causes. The grandma, like, as much as I would like to go out cool and peacefully on some natural causes, just being old, I want to actually make sure I protect y'all as long as I possibly can. So if I got to go ahead and end it like right here immediately, fine, whatever, let's go ahead and do it. But I'm going to make sure I give you this information so I can make sure y'all lives are still as prolonged as possible, even though I wouldn't be here at whatever point in period. I know y'all can at least buy yourselves some. I hope y'all will be able to buy yourselves some type of time like I bought for like decades for y'all at this point. But nah, her family wasn't as survival ready as her. Yeah, they couldn't fare well against death like Iris did. Iris was a different breed of survivors. Iris outlived all of the groups from every disaster from film 1 up to 5. You feel me? And 5 being a prequel, but still film 1 up to 5. Iris has outlived all of those groups. And the whole thing with Bloodworth was it seemed like he was trying to gain information that would give basically a kind of this is a finish to death coming after you directly, like this type of, way out of death's whole little like plan and whatnot to get you directly and not let you just go out on some natural stuff. Bloodworth technically got an answer though with, like I said, Kimberly from the second film, because once she died and was resuscitated, again, y'all let me know if her character and the trooper she got with, if they had died off at any point, let me know. But from what it sounded like in this film, Kimberly from the second film was alive all the way up even to this film. So I'm wondering what's up with that. If she technically is alive up to the 6th film, could there be another film? But I guess it'd be Death is coming. Well, no, because Death wouldn't necessarily just directly come for Kimberly and them again, unless Kimberly was supposed to be a part of another crazy catastrophic accident and she somehow survives that, and now she's a part of a whole nother survivor group to do with a catastrophic accident. So I don't know. I could see certain stuff playing out. Yeah, I could see certain stuff playing out in that manner for that. I'd be curious if they do that. But at the same time, I could see another prequel, though, like a full-on prequel showing Iris with the original group. Because we got to see Iris, but her husband, he survived also. Her future husband at that point when we were seeing her premonition of the whole Skyview incident. Her husband, after that whole incident happened that she managed to avoid and help a lot of other people avoid, her husband eventually was taken by death too. So I'm wondering how all of that looked during that time when, she was realizing that death was taking them all out one by one. So we could get a prequel of a young Iris. I could see a Final Destination movie of a young Iris. Y'all let me know what y'all would think of that. But either way, this was a great movie. All the performances were solid. I think everybody did a great job here. I think the story definitely was on point. I pretty much was all involved with it. The deaths, of course, crazy, over the top, insane, like Final Destination normally does. They did their thing. They helped put certain phobias there too. For I can imagine some of this stuff being, things that could put a phobia on a person where now they fear doing this because of this possible outcome, regardless of how outlandish, but still possible outcome. So I can see some people developing certain phobias from this, which means, Final Destination definitely did their job on this. If that's the case, shout out to them. Shout out to them for helping instill certain phobias in people. Hey, man, I salute that. I enjoyed this movie a whole lot. It's a lot that we could really get into over here about not just this film, but these films as a whole. It's a lot. It's always a lot in each of these films. Having that fresh rewatch over there, I got a lot more out of these movies than I originally did. Like a lot more context clues and all that kind of stuff. I got a lot more there. And with this film, it's definitely going to be a whole nother thing added in general to the timeline, to the lore, to the rules, just everything is now, it seems more filled out with this film, and I think the writers did an amazing job by you feel me, pretty much like how Def's whole little plan or whatever, how he's, you know, like tying off all loose ends and all that stuff. I think the writers somehow, which the 5 films didn't necessarily feel like loose ends, but somehow it's like they literally closed all of the films with this one film. Like, this is a closeout, at least of this version of Final Destination. And it's like, again, I could see other things still spanning with this version of Final Destination, kind of its own spin-offs, basically. Like I said, a young Iris, and maybe there were survivors before Iris. Maybe even decades before Iris, there was a group of survivors out of some crazy catastrophic event. I'm not saying we go to the Titanic or nothing, but hey, maybe it was a group of passengers that was supposed to be on the Titanic, but they didn't get on. Hey, I'm just saying, bruh. I ain't saying nothing, man. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying, no. So look, man, anyway, it's a lot they could play with here, but yeah, this seems like a good close off, I would say, for the entirety of this version of the Final Destination franchise, because of course they're gonna do a bunch more Final Destination movies, but I think this tying up this version of Final Destination from the 5 films all the way up to the 6th film, I think this 6th film pretty much it just closes off. Like, you would be happy to hear a mention of some of the characters or some of the events from these 6 films. You would like to hear mentions of them in any future Final Destination movies, maybe mention of even Kimberly. Like I said, I don't know if apparently she was still living up to the 6th film. If so, maybe hear mentions of Kimberly in the future Final Destination movies, even though she's not going to be in it or the story's not going to tie around her, but somehow she's mentioned because she's like a small part of what the overall new story that's going to take place for the franchise is going to be with this, because, it is what it is. When you have a good franchise, Hollywood is not going to just point blank retire a franchise. They're going to keep it going, but they're going to try to make it fresh as possible. And I agree with it. If you can still get more out of it and it be genuinely creative and something that people would actually care to see, then yeah, might as well continue. So I'm excited to see what they knew with the new Final Destination films going forward, because they're definitely going to do some more. They have mention of some of the events that took place in these 6 films and future films. That would be great. But again, I can see certain storylines that they could possibly continue from these 6 films. Like I said, maybe a version of young Iris, to see all of that before she ended up being the lonely old lady in the fortress built like cabin, or a continuation of Kimberly to see what goes on from there, because if she was surviving from the 2nd film all the way up to the 6th film, that's crazy. I need to know, has Def tried to just come after her point blank at that, during that time, or is it just regular life? Like, she doesn't have to look and be like, oh, that bee flying right there through that window. It's about to be sun. Like, like everything is just regular calm. So we could get more of a continuation with Kimberly, like actually continuing a ongoing story that's not necessarily closed off. We could continue there. Or like I said, a prequel with a young Iris, just to see what that is. Or even a prequel back before Iris, a group before Iris. So, hey, man, I could see a couple different ways they could go with this franchise. Now, for this 6th film here, I thought this was definitely a good closing of loops. I think this was a good, just point blank, yeah, we can sum this up now. And yeah, this is how we're ending it. And farewell, and this is a send-off. So I think they did great here. But yeah, that being said, this is gonna be kind of my overall end thoughts of this film. And yeah, I as you could tell during the reaction, I heavily very much enjoyed it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction and enjoyed this film along with me. I don't think I have the Patreon thing set up, but at some point, if not right now, I am gonna have the Patreon set where I have the full videos unedited and whatnot, so y'all could actually watch these films with me from start to finish. You could, set the movie on your own screens and just start right along with me. You can watch the whole thing with me and see pretty much everything I had to say, because obviously a whole lot is cut out, obviously, for copyright reasons on YouTube. So yeah. But either way, you can actually watch these films with me from start to finish is what I'm gonna have for the full videos and whatnot that I put on Patreon. So yeah, be prepared for that. Be ready for that when it does come. Like I said, the time this video does come out, I don't think the Patreon is going to be here yet, but at some point I will have it. Either way, do me a favor, get in those comments though, y'all. Let me know what else y'all would like to see me react to, whatever movie, show, doesn't matter the genre. I'm going to react to it if I haven't seen it. Also, do me a favor, if you like this video, please hit that like button, because it helps your boy out a whole lot over here. And you could hit that subscribe button, man, so that way you can come chill over here with the family. This is me familiar over here, people. This is me familiar over here. We have a good time talking these movies and shows, people. Ain't nothing uptight this way, you feel me? Everything is just copacetic, all that good stuff. And you can also hit that bell notification next to the subscribe button, man. Like right there by the subscribe button, there's like a little option thing right there. Click that. It might be like a little arrow or something. It might actually be a little bell. Well, click it, and then it'll say something about the notifications. Click all notifications. That way you're notified whenever I drop, because sometimes I have a video out for months and you're not notified of it because you're not set for all notifications. So something that you might have been waiting for me to react to, I might have had out for months, and you don't get notified because you don't have all notifications set. So look, hit the all notifications next to the subscribe button. Hit the option for that. That way you notified, man, so you don't never miss nothing this way. You feel me? I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. Y'all be easy. Get in them comments. Let me know what y'all thought of this film. Give me some of y'all favorite theories when it comes to the Final Destination franchise. Also, give me some of what are y'all favorites Easter eggs from all of these films, related to whatever they may be related to. Just let me know your overall thoughts about this franchise, what you loved about all these movies, your favorite moments. I want to hear from y'all's opinions and thoughts when it comes to these films, especially this whole franchise, and seeing it wrap like this. It is so much to talk about here. I can see a lot of different theories coming from this, but I'm gonna get stuck here, and I'm never gonna have this edited up for y'all. So let me hurry up and get off here so I can edit this video for y'all and get this on out. I appreciate y'all staying this far with me. If y'all had a great time, hey, man, I'm glad to have provided that for you. If not, my bad. I hope y'all have a great time, whatever else y'all do go check out. But for those of y'all that did have a great time, hey, that's what's up. I hope y'all come back. That being said, now I'm out of here, people. Good luck. And yeah, that's it. All right, y'all be easy, man.